getting ready to stream.
Okay.
Sorry, that's my dog.
I was beginning to wonder.
Okay, we're live now, so you can see the video and you can turn it down to mute so you don't have feedback.
I don't see anything yet.
So refresh the YouTube channel of Queensboro Dance Festival so you can see us.
Can you tell me where refresh is?
At the top of your browser, you'll see a little arrow that's
right.
in a circle.
Got
You press-
it. There
And
we
then-
are.
Yep. So now turn down your YouTube video volume.
It's off. I mean, there's
It's already muted? Okay, great.
muted.
So you see the chat box now too, right?
Tell me where that is again.
That will pop up on the immediate right side of the video. I just wrote.
Right.
Okay. So now you know, just in case people. Okay. You're all set. Now you can go live. You can turn on your music and go live from Instagram as well.
Okay, should I turn the music on first?
Yeah, we'll put some ambiance. And I will mute myself now, so it's all yours.
Okie dokie. I probably have to. I am now live. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Excellent. We're telling the video people that we're starting a live video. Yay! Okay. And I see you. Yay! Physical plant. Excellent. So I guess we can begin. I'll just start because it's already 6 o'clock. All right. So today's fun class is with mantan, which is shawl, and abanico, which is fan. So we're going to start with some warm-up, and then we'll use some arm and hand exercises to get you acclimated to flamenco. And then we're going to start doing those same movements with our fun props. So you can send me questions in the chat. And I can check that out also in the YouTube chat. So I'll stop periodically to see if you have any questions. All right, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to mainly work upper body today. If you need to see my feet, which you won't really need to see my feet so much, I'll stand far away. Alright, so our basic warm-up, I'm standing with my feet in second position. And I have my hands on my hips. And we're going to take our head up and bring the chin down. Nice and easy, a couple of times. And we're going to take our head to the diagonal and to the other diagonal. And now we do a sharp movement of the head. We use that a lot as punctuation. One more time. Now we bring the chin and the face straight forward. And then relax ear to shoulder. Either side. And now we take the head and make 3 circles. Nice and easy. And 3 the other way. Let's go on to shoulders. Some lifting and rolling back. For 4 and lifting twisting and rolling forward for 4, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to lift the shoulders, alternating one by one. Now we're going to extend that shoulder, elbow, wrist, and then we're going to drop, shoulder, elbow, wrist. So lift, 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 and then we're going to drop, wrist, elbow, shoulder. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, drop, wrist, elbow, shoulder. And then we're going to alternate. Alright. Let's take the torso and we're going to take it all the way around and all the way around the other way. Let's move on to hips. So I'm going to make a circle just by going forward, side, back, side. One more circle and 4 in the opposite direction. 3 and we do also I call easy twist. So we just kind of spiral the spine and let the arms be free. Alright, more upper body workout. We're going to give it a real workout today. I kind of clasp my hands and I flip it to the ceiling. Create a round space here on the top of my head. Shoulder blades down and I plie. And I lengthen the distance between each rib. So I'm going to do 2 more plies. And we press the arms down. And just for balance, I like to just kind of stand on one leg, point and flex, circle for 2, circle the other way for 2, point and press back, and point and flex, and circle for 2, circle another for 2, point it. Alright, let's shake everything out and begin our hand work and our arm work. Let's look at our arms first. We have in flamenco a long round arm. So we bring that to the top and create that circle. Right? We open out in a second and round it down. So we call this the basket. So you can see that my elbows are away from my body and they're kind of supporting this basket lift. Right? Take it up to the top, out for a second. Round it down. When we come down here, let your hands and fingers be forward of your arm so you can see them, your fingers with peripheral vision. Keep the elbows high as you curve it down. So the elbow is what's creating the curve there. And we're going to need that for our shawl work. Alright? So we bring one arm down and bring it up. One arm comes down and bring it up to the top. One arm down, up, down. And now we're going to come down through the middle, open out to the side, down through the middle, open out to the side, down, up, and press down. Let's take the arms to the hip. You're going to use this position a lot when you're working the shawl. Alright, so you go from second, wide second. You're going to find your center with your wrist. So I kind of shoot for my belly button on one side. Yeah. So right now my left arm is forward. That's going to look like your right arm, but anyway, you're going to find your center breaking at the wrist. And the other arm is going to be by your side. I'm going to open and find the center. Open, find the center, open, center, open, center. I'm going to bring one arm up, right, and travel to that side. Use that when we're working with our shawl. Let's change the arm and travel to the arm that is up. Yeah, if we're doing this rumba tempo, I would be step sliding. And we change. And we go to the right. So here, here. Let's bring both our arms up. This is another move we're going to need. Alright? Let's look at hands before we go to our instruments, our flamenco props. And you're going to see that the prop is an extension of the movement we're already using. Alright? So the first movement, I want to really develop the strength in our wrists and flexibility. So the first thing I ask people to do usually is to stand up tall, arms around, we make a fist, and we rotate this part of the hand, which is called the metacarpal, I just found out, anatomy map. And we're pushing away from the body with that metacarpal. And we're going all the way around. So biggest, slowest, luscious, juicy circle you can make. And you see how far and how flexible your wrists are. And now we're going to reverse the turn. We're going to go inside, towards the body. All right, relax and shake that out. The next thing we're going to do is arms are straight to me. All right, and we're going to use those same muscles, the metacarpal here. We're going to push away to the side. And you can make a fist as you go down, and then open and unfold here to me. Right? So again, we're using the outside of our hands to push away to the side, down and around. This is feminine hands, toreo, right? So we kind of touch middle finger as we come and unfold the flower. For men, it's all the fingers together. They do the same circle. You can make the fist on the way down and then unfold it, but the fingers are closed. So let's just do a couple of those so you feel what that's like. And now let's reverse the turn. So now flip the palms towards you, down and around, and you come to this position here facing me, palms facing me. So let's reverse that turn again. Down, out, down and around. Let's open the hands, show the little candle in your hand, and come all the way around, palms towards me. So out, open, in, and out. Right? Out, open, in, out, open, in, out, open, in, and out. All right, there's one more thing I want to show you with our arms, which is a transition movement. A lot of times we make transitions and go from position to position, and we might interrupt that or kind of like announce that by throwing the arms out and the hands with energy, right? Then you come to right underneath your arms, right to your armpit, with a kind of cut motion like a blade, right? The hands are very sharp, even for women. And then as you go underneath your armpit, ladies often we do kind of like one finger at a time, coming underneath. You go to your back and roll it out. So we're going to do that movement again because you're going to need it with your fan, and might even do it with the shawl. All right, so we throw, we cut, we scoop underneath and roll up. All right, last time for this one, throw it, tira, cut, round over, and you go to your next position. Over here, over here. All right, let's begin to look at fans. I hope you brought your paper fan, or if you have a flamenco fan. Let me show you the first kind. This is what we call, the large kind is what we call a perico. All right, so you can get these, well, in Spain. There's also a place called Mencas, New York.com. You can get these online. Unfortunately, there's no more flamenco stores that are actually here. You may be able to find some, definitely flamenco shoes at Freed's of London. That's, I think, on 58th Street in Manhattan. I'm not sure if they have fans, but anyway, this is the big kind. If you go to Madrid or you go online and look up flamenco fans, possibly in Amazon they might have some of it. Yeah. All right, so that's one kind, and also we use this, which is the regular standard fan that people use, like it's in Spain to this day. Instead of air conditioning, they fan, right? And they talk with the fan, and they blah 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 blah, and they talk, and they, so it's part of regular life, right? To this day. All right, let's look at how we move. The first thing I want to show you is how you open and close it, because you need that sharp sound, right? That punctuates the dance. So what I do is I kind of look at the fan. Where is it going to be opening anyway? Right? You're going to see where it falls down to. So I hold it on the side that it's not going to open from, right? And I hold it loosely. I have my thumb here kind of by the end of it, and I have my two fingers kind of stretched around the back of it. When it falls open, I hold it, I guide it loosely with those other fingers. Okay. So the first move that we can make, is holding the fan. The point of it just kind of rests in your fingers. You don't want to grip too much. Right? And here, the first thing I do is kind of beat myself, get a nice little breeze, which we don't need today because it's cold and wet. But there you are. Right? Again, we're holding the fan at our belly button, or a little higher than that, so to kind of beat our chest. Right? That's one way. So let's practice opening and closing the fan. Right? Hold it at that end where it's not going to open. Let gravity walk, or let it fall. Right? And then we're going to turn it and come to here. So then, after we get to the chest, we're going to close. Right? So we're going to let it drop, curve the fingers around the bottom, bring it to your fanning position, fan yourself, and close it. So what I do, I kind of give it a little wrist snap. Because here was open, and I let it, fall the opposite way. And I point it at my audience. Alright, so one of the things we can do then with this closed fan is kind of tap our shoulder. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, knee, and snap it open. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, snap. Okay. Alright, so that's one thing. We'll use that later. So that is used like as a punctuation, lots of times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're on our merry way. So now, if you're right-handed, if you're like me, right? What happens with the fan generally is that we're doing the same hand movement, and we're still holding it the same way, still holding it at the belly button, right? And all my movement of the hand is an inside circle. So that's the wrist again. The floreo is towards you, all the way around. And so the trick here is to keep that arm exactly where it was and don't move your elbow, and see what the flexibility is of getting around just your wrist, making that circle as big and juicy as you can. Right? So here I am. I found my center, my belly button. I'm going to curve in that fan to my center. Take the wrist all the way around and bring it back here. So that is our basic marking. And we're only ever going to go inside turn. We don't use an outside turn. See how awkward that looks, and I couldn't even imagine imagine how I would do that, right? So what we do to accent the beat, you're feeling the one, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now I'm marking with my foot, my right foot, and traveling to my right. 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And right, now let's take our arms up the way we did before. And I'm just going to open it. So you want it's open, you want it really horizontal line. It's an extension of your line that's already there. Okay? Sometimes people ask me if you ever use two fans. It's not usual in a real flamenco dance. Sometimes theatrical interpretations, yes, right? If you want to create an effect, but it's not usually. It doesn't usually happen that way, right? Well, fans are used in dances like guajiras, which is cante de ida y vuelta. So, you know, Spaniard flamencos went to Cuba and Puerto Rico and Colombia and devised, you know, kind of appropriated a little bit the music that was already there and kind of flavored it and made it into flamenco numbers, right? So these are the numbers or the dances that use the fan. All right, so we were holding on to my skirt and we're marking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and close. And so this is a nice easy step that we can just mark our right foot and our left foot to the beat. Da, da, da. And our circle, 2, 3, or our rotation with the fan, 2. Try and accent the down beat, 1. That's where your circle starts. All right, let's bring it up, and you can still be rotating if you like. Right, now we can rotate and change our arms. And we can keep it up here. And the same thing happens up here. I'm just going to change fans so you can see. When we get up to the top and you want to do circles here, then you wind up circling down into your head. Same thing applies here. We're marking the beat. 2, 2, 3, 4. Down and around. Down and around. Down and around. You want to double time it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close, ding, bim, ba, ba. And we mark. Ba, da, di, da, di, da, da. All right, let's try. We got lots of time here. I'm just going to put on some compás. And we're going to continue. And I'll sing for you a little Colombianas and we'll make a little marking section. Got all kinds of people waving. I'm glad I look at this. Nobody has any questions. That's good. Hope you're following along. All right. So we're going to do Colombianas. And as I said before, again, Spanish flamencos, people who came over all different centuries, you know, from the 1492 on, started listening to the music that was already on these island Caribbean countries and also South America. They have their own, Spaniard flamencos have their own versions of South American songs and dances. Colombian, it's not really a version of any specific dance, but it's just kind of a lot of times they just try and capture the mood or the atmosphere of the country, the flavor, right? They borrow the flavor of music and dance that's already there. So they might describe the countryside in Colombia, the people, the women, etc. You know, how we had a party, how everyone's so happy, that town is beautiful, things like that. That's what they're talking about in general. So, Colombians, quisiera cariño mío. So we're going to do that first marking step. We're going to go right and left. So I'm going to use my hands, both my hands, right? If I mark on my right toe, we're marking one circle and center, and then left toe, left hand. So the right hand goes back, right? And it could do the circle or just rest. And so if you saw it from behind, yeah, I'm marking the right in front, the left. I didn't do anything with the fan, I just have it at my center. Or you could do a circle. So this is the first marking we're going to use for our Colombianas, yeah? We're gonna see what time we have here. Compás, I mean. Compás just means measure. Let's take it nice and slow. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, pa, pa. Quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. Alright, very good. Now we're going to add a little remate, because in this song they always leave a little space. They call it respiro. It's time for the singer to breathe. So we're going to do a little accent. The dancer has the option of just continuing to mark or doing a little remate, a little finishing phrase, punctuation mark. So we're going to do dati, dati, ba ba, transition, bim, bam, ba. I'm going to do that with the fan closed. Right, left, left, right, right, left, transition, scoop, and go back. So, let's try that again. We were waiting here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. Close. Right, left, left, right, right, left. Transition. Walk, walk, open. Quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. And I'm going to take it up to the top. And I'm going to rotate the whole body by marking on the right toe. Right, you can hold on to your skirt or just have your hand on your hip. And we're going to do those downward circles inside towards the head. Y tu labio, oh. Notice that the foot and the fan are going down and marking the time at the same time. En un beso se juntara y que no hubiera en el mundo nadie que pim, 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 pa. Nadie que nos separara. Pam, 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 pim, pam, pam. Alright, let's do that to our compás. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Y quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. Remate, pipam, 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 pam, pa. Quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. Y tu labio, en un beso se juntará y que no nadie que nos separará. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Transition pampa y quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. Remate, pam, 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 pam. Quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás y tu labio en un beso se juntara y que no hubiera en el mundo nadie que 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 nadie que nos separará. Right? We could just add one more thing, which we add up here, right? Instead of this one, which is fast and short, you can make it a little bigger. Again, I'm still going in. So let's use that for the second one. Let's do this one more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, di, pam, pa, di. Quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. Remate, picam, papi, papa. Transition. Now we make it big. Quisiera cariño mío que tú nunca me olvidarás. And we leave it there. We beso. Con lo mío en un beso se juntara y que no hubiera en el mundo pam y pam pa nadie que nos separará. Pa pam 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 pam. All right, I hope you enjoyed your abanico. Let us look at the mantan. We'll pause this. All right. So the mantan, is something that is also derived from the traditional clothing that was worn in the 1800s. This is more like a mantoncillo used for decoration. So mantoncillo just means little manton. Manton is just a manta, it's a blanket, it's a wrap, right? So if you have something like this will work. If you don't have something really today, I sometimes just use a shirt and use the sleeves as holding on to here. But you need something triangular, with the weight of the body in the middle and something you can manipulate with your hands. So here is a traditional manton with the weight and the fringe. The fringe is called flecos. And so this is, I also wear this oftentimes as a top, and many times costumes are made out of the material of the manton, right? If you don't have something like this today, that's okay. So this was actually their jackets, in colder weather. This was actually what you wore as a coat, right? So luckily it was pretty warm in Spain for all those centuries. If you don't have something like that, here's some throws that are on my couch. You can find something to improvise. This just happens to be perfect size and weight. Right? You can wear this as well and use it. And the last thing is that I have here is another throw. Those cold winter nights. So I just, you know, a manton is always a square, and it can be danced in a square as well. But I have it to dance with. I have it folded in a triangle, and also just for ease, so that it works a crease in it, I sew all along this top, you know, just like a little basting stitch, so that you have it always, that it's always in this triangle, always in this perfect triangle. So let's look at that manton, how it's used. Yeah, so I just grab here where it's sewn. And so it'll always be this perfect kind of triangle. All right, let's put it on. Try and get your hands at the end of the points. All right, and we're going to wrap it around and put it on our shoulders. All right, so another really important thing to remember when we're dancing with manton, and manton is used in dances like soleá, which is soleares, so that is deep song, it's sad, it's profound, usually talking about death and lost love. And right, also used in seguerillas. It's also used in happy ones, caracoles, alegrias, people, right? The movements can be used to express either, you know, great joy or great sorrow. And that's the name of my dance, Sorrow and Joy, that we'll be presenting at Queensboro Dance Festival in August. So I hope to see you all there. All right, so what I was trying to say is that we hold the manton to use it in the dance. I hold it with my thumb, and right now it is covering the palm of my hand. So when we dance with it, the only thing you see is our arms underneath. You don't see our fingers, you don't see our hands. We don't want to see that. And kind of Spaniards are kind of like that. Like when you play the castanets, you don't want to see the castanets like blah, 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 blah. No, they want to hide it. They dance in a position so that it's natural for the dance, which is our arm movement. It comes up here. And it's covered when you're playing castanets by your hand, actually, if you have small castanets. All right, so again, we hold it. Yeah, thumbs here. It is covering the back of my hand here. And that's what you want to go for. All right, so let's bring our arm movement. Yeah, I'm going to, again, the elbows are very prominent here. They are what's guiding. And I want to come and bring my hands all the way to the top. But you see that my face is covered with the flecos, with the fringe. So we're going to open that slowly, a little mystery. And we're going to come out to second. So I'm actually giving you some of the choreography of the dancers of my piece. All right, I will be dancing in a bata de cola, which is the long train dress, and then later joining them with the manton. But they make their entrance with the manton coming out in that same position that we just got to. They come from off stage and they walk on. So it's this woman shrouded in mystery, right? And then you slowly open, open, open. Notice there's no hands or fingers being seen. You just see the manton in its shape, all right? We're going to get all the way out to second position. We're going to lunge forward and arch back, and you can let the manton fall, right? But we're still holding on. You're going to bring it back to your shoulders. Let it rest on your shoulder. You're going to take your right hand and bring it up to the top and find your center. And again, that's going to cover your face with the fringe. We're going to step out on the left toe and plie, kind of a little bit of a lunge. And we're going to hold the left hand at our center and the right hand, and we're going to lunge over. And then we're going to open to second, everything in second, and lunge over the other way. Good. And I'm going to come back slowly. And from here, let's see how we do the rotation or the twirls, right? So what I do, I put my back to you, can go either way. I'm right-handed, so my strongest side, strongest back muscles are initiating from the right, but you can go either way. You need to help it along sometimes with both. So you need to be in second position to have a nice strong frame, right? And I use my whole back in helping to get it around. Right? And then you want to stop it. So you can get up a whole big bunch of, let's just close it right here, right in front of us. That's kind of the easiest thing. And from there, we're going to go down and lunge and look at it and slowly pick it up. And from there, I'm going to bring it up to encircle my head. And then from there, we're going to do the same marking step that we did before. It's the right, and I'm just slowly rotating, changing from the ball of the right foot till I get all the way around. And then we're going to give it another twirl. I'm going to close it on our shoulders and lift the arms up and start over again. So let's try that with the music from Pena y Alegría. Let me find it. Okie Here we go. So we're going to walk on from the side. Well, I'll just kind of talk you through. I'll make it a little louder. So, grab with thumb resting on the palm of your hand. And come from one side or the other. Let's bring the hands up. Cover our faces. And we slowly walk to center. And we begin. We open our mantan very slowly. Another measure to get all the way to second. We lunge forward and let the mantan rest. Bring it back up. Okay, bring the right hand up. Left hand over the belly button. We lunge to the left. We open to second slowly. Reverse. So the left hand is up. Fringe covering. Right. And we do one twirl down, lunge, and lift. Other side. I'm going to rotate one more time. Bring your left hand to your left hip. And bringing my right arm up. And I circle around. And I'm going to rotate the other way. And to the right hip. Bring this up. Circle. And here's a little swing. And on a certain beat, we're going to come all the way around. You have to have lots of space to do. Let's try it again. Swing. And you feel that you've got the impetus. Go around. Bop. And I stepped on it. Happens in the best of families. Right? So we swing. There you go. And let's see. Another thing we can do is circle around. So we're going to create some momentum. And flip it onto a shoulder. Let's get another rotation. Let it drop. And slowly bring it up. Alright. Let's pause for some questions or comments. I have one from Greek Costume. Okay. That was a while back. Let's see if... Oh, no comments in the chat. Beautiful embroidery. Thank you. On mantan. All right. Well, since there's no questions, let's just try it again. And hope you enjoy our fun with the Abanico y mantan. Now, do you have tips for when arms get tired? Yeah, you just kind of have to build up strength. It takes a while. Just rest, have some water, and repeat. That's exactly what we're going to do now. As a matter of fact, let's drink some water. It takes a while to build up the strength. Arms do get tired, and also with the fan, because that really works your hand much harder than you doing it yourself. You're having something to move around. It's a bigger workout, and you find out how big your rotation really is. But tips, again, use your legs, stay in second position so you have a triangular support that's strong. I kind of just sit myself down there, ground myself really, and that frees up the back. If you're in this demi-plie, you have all this, you use all the back muscles, and you will use them. That helps, just rather than just using your arms, get the whole body going there, because it's a lot of energy. Like pain with the arm. Yes, pain. Well, if pain prolonged, I would take a rest. Yeah, I feel the wrist too. All right, let's try this again. Guys are doing great. And right now, so that if you learn this part, maybe you could be a part of the dance. Always need new dancers. Let's put this at the beginning. Yes, and about classes, if you're interested, go to the website, flamencolatino.com. one word, flamencolatino.com. And you can see my class schedule there. Right now I'm teaching at Second Story Pilates Studio. I rent time there on Saturdays. I also teach outside at Traverse Park on Saturdays. And I teach online on Wednesdays. So go check out the website and see where you, or and send me an email. It's all there. All the info is there if you want to sign on. All right, here we go. Let's get our mantan on correctly. Get into that nice triangle. All right, put it on your shoulders. Grab close to the ends, thumbs, and covering the arm. And walk on. Make sure our elbows are up, covering our head. Slow walk to center or position in space. Slow, mysterious opening. And keep opening. Into second position, we lunge forward. Chest open. Mantan falls. Slowly back up. Right arm comes up, left arm comes to center. Lunge over left foot. And slowly open center. Through that and lunge the other way. One twirl. Lunge back as we lift it up. All the way to the top. Twirl. And start over. Here we go. Slow opening. 2-second position. We lunge forward. Chest opens. Open the mantan to the back. And bring it up. Right arm comes up. We're in a wide second and I'm lunging over left. Slowly open. Lunge over right. One twirl. Down. Circle. And we come rotate around. Let's do 2 rotations. We come to the side and rotate twice again. Going to the other side. Triangle. To the left hip. My hand is up and we rotate. And one rotation. To the right hip. And travel to the left. Left arm is up. And you go. Good. Catch it by finding that top and taking your hand all the way around. Alright? So all I have is I'm just offering the mantan. See that I'm just holding it. covered little face section. And rotate. 2, 3, and shoulders. And then we go to a different, we go to a tempo change and we start to do Soleá Popularia, which is Soleares, but at a faster tempo. All right. Anybody else have questions? Problems? Let me check in the... Welcome everyone, welcome. Okay, pain. Yes, I feel the wrist. Somebody joined. All right, so why don't we, if there's no questions, maybe I'll put on the music and we'll go back to Abanico and we'll do some joyous dancing. Let me find some happy music. Let's see. All right, abanicos. So with our rumba, we say goodbye. You can dance really mantan or abanico with any dance. Huh? Here we go. So I'm just stepping side to side, kind of merenguero like, and tapping my chest with that open fan. Let's close it. Shoulder, 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 open. Let's double time it. Let's circle. Let's go to the right. 2, 3, 4, other way. 1, 2, 3. Let's go the other way on the tapping. We're going to turn my butt. Let's close and slowly. Again, center. All right, my dears, that was our rumba to say goodbye. I hope you had a good time. A chili poo. Please say video. Yes, I will.